So I just started tracking my calories and doing some research into different nutrition things so I compare my exercise with nutrition, and hopefully those combined will result in weight loss. Before I started paying attention to my food, I was doing intermittent fasting and kind of just trying to downsize my portions, and it was helping me lose weight for a while, but it seems like it's really slowed down my weight loss. I was starting to feel a little bit discouraged. I was starting to feel a little bit puffy, even though I was losing weight. I was still losing, and I was losing inches too. Anyways, from the research that I've done, I've decided to, number one, focus on protein, and number two, calories. My main focus right now is protein. Because the protein fills me up, I don't really reach that calorie goal as easily. Like, I get close, but I don't need to focus too much on it because the protein is really starting to fill me up. I am just getting started on this, so ideally, I would love to hit 130, 140 grams of protein, I think. I'm brand new to this. I'm calculating this based off of several different sources, and everybody seems to be saying something a little different. I went grocery shopping the other day, and I bought a ton of things to help me up my protein just a little bit more, you know, something besides chicken. So here's what I got. Number one, this is the chicken. I grilled up a ton of chicken, ta-da, and I just cut it up into cubes, and I threw it in a meal prep container, and then later today I'm going to meal prep a ton of lunches with this. And then I have another container with a very similar amount. I just labeled them how many grams are in each of these so I can kind of plan accordingly. So one of these will go in the freezer for if I need it on the go or something, and one of these will be just for the whole week. I also got this, just some Greek yogurt, 16 grams of protein per serving, which is about 3/4 of a cup. I love these as a snack because I love cheesecake. These taste really good. Do they taste exactly like cheesecake? No, but they're a good like yogurt cheesecake, and they're pretty big. So one of these containers is 12 grams of protein. I made these last night. These are edamame beans. They're supposed to be high in protein. I need to find a better way to make them taste better. They taste fine. They're just boring. As long as we're talking about beans, here are some beans that I picked up. Chickpeas, that is 6 grams of protein per serving. And then black beans, which are 7 grams of protein per serving. I'm gonna try this tonight, the Banza Rotini made from chickpeas. A serving of this gives you 11 grams of protein. I'm gonna make a Caesar pasta salad with this because I saw it on Pinterest. It just sounded really good. So I'm not a big milk drinker, so I could go without drinking milk, but I do get chocolate cravings, and chocolate milk, it's good. And this Fairlife chocolate milk is what, ultra filtered milk, less fat than whole ultra filtered milk, lactose free. I don't know. I just know it has a lot of protein in it. It's 13 grams per serving. How much does my whole milk have? Okay, I don't have whole milk in my fridge right now. We usually have whole milk. This is 2%. 2% has 8 grams of protein per cup. So I think this has more protein than my usual milk. As for protein powder, this is the protein powder that I got. It was a replacement for whatever protein powder that I was originally going to get. They were out of that. I don't even remember what protein powder it was. It is the Equate brand, so I think that's an off brand. I got this thing from Walmart. It's a milk frother, and it mixes your protein powder up really good. I saw Morgan Green doing this in every single video that she does pretty much. She just mixes her protein powder with a milk frother, and it mixes super well. So I got a milk frother. And then I also went back to taking my collagen. I bought this, I think when I was doing keto. Did I? Are there carbs in this? I don't remember. I think I bought it when I was doing keto. I know for sure it was around when I was starting to work out because my knees are owie. It just hurts to do squats and stuff like that. I think as I've lost weight, it has gotten better. But my knees are still a little not great. We're gonna try to get back into taking this because it's supposed to be good for your bones. Joint support. Skin, hair, nail, and joint support. So anyways, that's all of the things that I bought to help me bump up my protein. I obviously have a lot of other foods for making these into meals. I have romaine, I have strawberries, I have clementines, I have spinach, I have cilantro, blah, 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 cheeses, all that stuff. So this isn't the only things that I'm eating right now, but these are things that are definitely helping me hit my protein. And since I've been doing the higher protein, I have been losing weight a lot quicker than before. And I feel like I'm a lot fuller than I was before. I don't know, I'm just feeling good. Hello, it is the beginning of June, which I almost said the beginning of May. Time is weird. It is weigh-in day. And I'm in a good mood because I'm starting to lose weight, so good mood. So the last time that I did a weigh-in, I was 213. And today, this morning, when I weighed myself, I was 206. And I'm going to say most of that weight loss has been in like the past 2 weeks when I started tracking what I was eating, when I bumped up my protein and paid more attention to that. As far as exercise, I probably exercise about 5 days a week. I'm doing a Couch to 2K program that I'm about halfway through, I think. I think I'm on week 4, maybe week 5. And that's been going well. It's crazy that I couldn't run for a minute straight and now I'm running for 3 minutes straight. I'm still waiting to feel that runner's high though. I don't know about that. I don't know if I have the ability. I've also been doing some strength workouts on YouTube just with some dumbbells, and in April I had 5-pound weights and I only just started doing anything with dumbbells, and then I felt like 5 pounds was way too light. I should have just gone up a little bit, and I ordered some 15-pound weights, and honestly 15 might be a little bit too much, but I cannot afford to buy any other weights, so I've been kind of going between the 5-pound weights and the 15-pound weights back and forth. Some exercises are a lot easier for me to do with 15-pound weights. Some of them are completely impossible, and it's better for me to just do the 5-pounders. So that's what's been going on with my workouts. And like I said, I've lost about 7 pounds last month, most of that being once I changed up my diet a little bit. But I'm gonna be honest, I do weigh myself pretty often. So seeing that I was 206 now wasn't a complete surprise. I have not measured myself at all throughout the month. So I'm a little more excited about these results than the weight result. Overall, I am just in a good mood. I think for June, I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna continue trying to hit my protein goals, continue trying to hit my calorie goals, continue exercising when I feel good. Today, I am feeling quite a bit sore from a couple workouts that I did. So I think I'll just do my Couch to 5K today, and I usually do a strength after. Sometimes it's a shorter strength, sometimes it's a longer strength, depends on how I'm feeling. I think today I'm just gonna do the run. So that is basically what I've been doing, and it seems to be working. Good morning. I am just about to make my protein coffee. Whoop. I don't know how to put a scoop of protein powder in a cup without making a complete mess. I also have some collagen powder that I'm going to put in it. It says you can put in 2 scoops or 4 scoops in order to save money and not have to buy this as often. I do 2 scoops every day. And I've been doing this for almost a month. Am I seeing a major difference? I'm not really sure because I have not been really paying attention. Mostly I take this for the extra protein that's in it. And also it's supposed to help you with like joint pains and stuff. And lunges are really hard for me to do because my knees, they just don't like lunges. I don't know. Squats are okay. Oh no, I hope this thing isn't dying. I think it's because this stuff is thicker. I can do squats just fine, but for some reason, lunges, they just don't do it. Look at me mixing that. It looks so gross when it's chunky like that, but I honestly don't care if there are chunks in it, as long as it's mostly blended. This is my favorite way to have my protein powder. It's just, I look forward to this every single morning. I love it. It's about an hour later. The baby is taking a nap. The older one is having some quiet time, so I think now is probably the only time I'm gonna get for exercise. I have a bunch of dance videos picked out, and I decided to do dance videos today because I feel like it's a fun way to get me back into exercise, and then tomorrow I'll start doing more of my dumbbells again, and I haven't ran on my treadmill here in so long. I honestly couldn't even tell you because I was kind of getting sick of the Couch to 2K program like 2 weeks ago. So before my parents even came, I've done a little bit of light walking on this. I added a little bit of elevation to it. It kind of tips a little bit. It doesn't tell me how high it tips it. It doesn't tell me the speed or anything. This is an old treadmill. And so I don't know if I can do 12,330 because I don't know if it elevates enough and I don't know my speed. Like I can kind of estimate if I'm in the right zone, but anyways, minor thing. Well, maybe I'll get back to that. But I just got sick of running. I want that runner's high, but it just never happened. So I'm gonna get started on my dance workout. So I danced for about half an hour and I'm wrapping it up now because I need to make the kids their lunch. So it's not the full hour I originally wanted, but I mean, look at this sweat. I got a sweat up, worked out for 32 minutes, average 138 beats per minute, maximum 169 beats per minute, and burned 347 calories, which is a lot more than what my watch says I burn when I'm on the treadmill or when I'm doing my strength workouts. I don't know how accurate that is. I kind of take it with a grain of salt. I'm going to go take the quickest shower of my life because afterwards I need to get the baby up, I need to make lunch, and then we all need to go to the dump before the dump closes. So I gotta get moving. I'll see you later. Okay, I took my shower, I got ready, I even got some makeup on. My makeup only takes me like 2 minutes max, so I was like, why not? So we got back from the dump. I made myself some lunch because when the kids were having lunch, I just was not hungry. But once I got back, I was hungry. I had my taco burrito bowl thing. I added a little bit of sour cream and some cheese. I didn't track it in my app. I honestly just didn't feel like doing it, so I didn't. Also, and I didn't even really want to mention this because I feel bad about it. I have eaten like 3 pieces of cake today. My husband's birthday was yesterday, so I made him a cake and it was just sitting there. And so I had a little bit with my coffee, and then I had a little bit when I passed by, and then I had a little bit before we went to the dump, and then I finished that piece when I got back. Don't feel great about that. I almost just didn't eat my taco bowl because of it. I was like, I've had 3 pieces of cake today. I don't think I should eat anything more, but I was a little hungry, probably because cake is not high in nutritional value. So I ended up eating the burrito bowl. It wasn't that big, but I don't know. So I'm just feeling bad about what I've eaten today. But I'm gonna just move on from that and not let that ruin everything. So I'm sitting here, I'm editing my last vlog, and I'm wearing the same exact outfit, and I'm talking about eating a whole pan of brownies basically, and it's pretty much the same story as with the cake. And I kind of just completely forgot that I ate like a whole pan of brownies last week, and now here I am eating not as much cake, but more cake than I'd like to. I think I need to reflect on that maybe a little bit more. So this is the broccoli and cheese chicken thing. So inside of that is broccoli and cheese. And I got that at Sam's Club. They're really tasty. I'll show you when they're cooked, but I'm going to make that for me and the kids and then a side of broccoli with it. So it's going to be a lot of broccoli, but that's good because I have not had a vegetable in a minute. So here's what the chicken looks like when it's all done cooking. There was complete chaos all throughout dinner. I think my kids were just really hungry and really ready to eat. So I didn't film a lot of it, but here I am at the end of the day. I'm going to take off my makeup. I edited my last vlog today, and it seemed very much like my day-to-day. I was having the same issues that I'm having today, where I feel like I was kind of off with my diet, with my exercise, with all of that. So I feel like, since I feel like I've lived the same day twice, I feel very motivated to get back into it, and hopefully it won't be like how the entire month of June has been, where it's been 1 week I've been doing really, really well, then the next week I just completely fall off, and then the week after that I come back, I do really well. So I need to do well for 2 weeks straight. The only thing that's gonna throw me off is my kid's birthday party, because I want to enjoy that. I want to eat the cake. There's going to be leftovers of the cake, because I swear nobody wants to take leftovers home anymore. They're all like, I don't want that cake in my house. I don't want that cake in my house. And I don't know. There's something about just like wasting food that also just really bugs me. Whenever I have a plate full of food, I need to clean the plate completely. And I don't know what it is. I didn't have issues with food as a kid. Like, if I didn't finish my plate, my parents weren't going to force me to eat it. We had enough food. I don't know what my issue is. I just feel the need to see a clean plate. But that's kind of how I am with, for example, the floors. I need my floors to be clean at all times. So I am mopping basically every other day. And I probably would do every day if I had the time to do it. I'm going to work a lot harder, and I'm going to try to vlog a lot more, because vlogging seemed to give me a lot of motivation to get things done, because I am recording it. I have an obligation to somebody else, aka the channel, all of you viewing it. So I'm going to use the vlog as motivation. If you'd like to watch more of my vlogs and for me to hopefully get my stuff together, I promise I will be honest with you if I eat more cake. I'll be honest with you if I'm missing certain foods. I'll be honest with you if things are going very, very well, which hopefully they will be. But I'm not expecting 100%. So if you want to follow along with me on that journey, go ahead and subscribe, like this video if you like the vlogs, and I will see you next time. Bye! I just finished my workout. I did a dance workout with MK Fit. I did Selena Gomez, and then I did Taylor Swift Speak Now. I'm sweating. I think I'm going to wear my hair down more when I do the dance workouts anyways, because it's kind of fun just whipping your hair around. So I'm going to go shower, and then I'm going to go over June results, because it's the beginning of July. I'm a little nervous because June didn't go very well, and honestly I didn't weigh myself for most of it because I knew I was gaining weight. I think about a week or two ago I saw it at 210, and I think the last time we spoke about my weight it was 206. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It is time for the weigh-in, and I weighed myself in the bathroom this morning, and it was 207.8, which from last month I was at 206, so I've gained probably about 2 pounds if we rounded it up to 208, which is pretty much what it was, but I'm making myself feel better by saying 207.8. Anyways, gained 2 pounds. I'm not super surprised by that. When it comes to eating, I probably only tracked for a week and a half during the entire month. The rest of it I kind of just winged it, and I think I need to track. I hate tracking. I really do, because it just takes up time. It takes up brain space. I don't like tracking, but I do want to get a good amount of protein in, because as soon as I upped my protein, I wasn't very hungry to begin with, and it just, I lost weight. So the measurements I'm kind of imagining are going to stay the same. They can't get that different, right? Starting with the chest, which last month was 42. But if we compare it to where I started at 46. So 43. Next is my arm, which was 14.5 last month. And if I'm remembering right, it honestly, my arms haven't really moved the entire time. Okay, 15. Waist was 39 last month. I'm not feeling super optimistic after those first two. 39. What did I say it was? 39. Okay, so at least the waist didn't move. Unless I'm measuring myself completely wrong. which also could be happening. All right, hips at 46. And this month we are at 47. Thigh was 24, 25 and a half. And the last thing is my calf, which was 16 inches last month. 16 inches. So the calf stayed the same and the waist stayed the same. Filming is just impossible right now. I just can't find a quiet spot or a quiet moment in my life. Anyways, back to the point of this video, which is weight loss. I gained. I kind of was just expecting it. So honestly, I'm not feeling too down about it. It just, I don't know. If I had been working super hard this entire month and I saw that, yes, I would be very, very upset. But the fact that I was so chill with my diet, I was so like working out 3 times a week, doing very easy workouts, and I wasn't working hard this month. And the results kind of showed that. So I'm not feeling too down about it. Hello, good morning. I look rough. It's been a crazy week or two. I know I said I was gonna make July my month, and July just got too busy for me to make it my month, I guess. The kids both had their birthday party, and even though it was an outdoor thing, I felt the need to clean the entire house top to bottom. So instead of doing exercise and keeping track of my food, I was cleaning and I was prepping for the birthday party, especially the day before the party. It was insanity. I had to pick up the cakes with 2 kids. Was a difficult task. I didn't think it would be as hard as it was, but the kid tried grabbing a whole cake off of the shelf, and all I could see in my head was it just falling onto the ground upside down. Thankfully, I got to him before he flipped it, but that could have been bad. So I prepped all of the food, and then my parents came a day early, and they helped out with some stuff, and we had the party. And then the next day, we went to the fair, and we spent like the entire day at the fair, and I ate the fair food because why not? I did get a lot of steps in that day. I'm not even sure how much because my watch stopped working about halfway through the day. But I hit 10,000 steps at 10 a.m. So you can imagine I got a lot of steps in that day. I did miscalculate how much cake to buy for the birthday. Right here we have 1 cake. There's only 3 slices left in there, so that's good. This is the kids' cake. And then I tried to buy the baby a smash cake because, you know, when they turn 1, they get their own little cake. I accidentally bought a full-size cake. Can you see how big that is? Like, imagine when it was full. So we have like a quarter of that cake left, maybe a little bit less. There's just something wrong with me where I feel the need, if there's leftovers, I feel the need to eat them as quickly as possible because I'm scared that they're gonna go bad, and then I'm going to have wasted food, money, my time going to get the cakes. So now we have a ton of cake, and I've been eating cake for breakfast and a bite or 2 at lunch, and then I share a piece with the kid at dinner. I've eaten a lot of cake. I weighed myself this morning. So I think it was in May where I had a really good month or an okay month. I don't remember. Late May, early June, whatever. I was at like 206. This morning, I am at 211. It's July 16th, so we are about halfway done with the month. So I think it's too late to make July my month. But I'm going to commit now because I don't have anything else going on for the rest of July except we have our niece's birthday party. But at least I'm not going to bring home a whole cake, you know? So we have that, but that's pretty much the only thing that we have planned for the rest of July. And in August, we have 1 fair to go to, and I think that's it. July now is going to be a prep to make August my month because, oh my goodness, July was just a mess. It's the beginning of August, which means it's time to do my weight loss update. Weighed myself this morning, 207.8, and then I went to look at what I was the last time we had our update, and it was 207.8, the exact same weight as last time. If you've been watching my other vlogs, you know that this month was a little bit of a struggle, so I'm kind of pumped that I maintained. Both my kids had their birthdays. My niece had her birthday. We went to a few fairs and ate fair food. So I've been eating a lot of food, not having a ton of time for exercise. So I could have done better. I also was feeling kind of like icky about myself. And sometimes when I feel icky about myself, it's hard for me to exercise because I feel like I could just feel all of my weight on my body when I exercise. So once I saw 211 on the scale, I decided to get back into it. And that first week, I just focused on getting regular with my exercise again. Exercising like 5 days a week, having one active rest day and one rest day that I can just do whatever I want. If I feel like exercising, I will exercise on my rest day, or I'll do an active rest day part 2, or I will be completely lazy. That is the one day where I just let myself do whatever I want and I don't feel bad about it. And then this week, I tried to focus a little bit more on my diet. Now, I hate tracking. The amount of times that I've said how much I hate tracking, you're probably annoyed by now. But if this is your first video, hi. I hate tracking. So what I've been doing this past week is kind of keeping a little mental note. So instead of obsessively writing down every single thing that I do, writing down, I use an app. Does anybody actually write things down for that? Anyways, I keep the mental note. I check the serving size on the boxes. I am trying to stick to just serving sizes. I have been intermittent fasting lightly. I haven't done it every single day, but I would say maybe about 3 times this week I intermittent fasted. And when I didn't intermittent fast, I kind of did a lighter meal in the morning. I wouldn't even call it a light meal. It was more like a snack. And then when my window opened up, that's when I ate legitimate meals. So not intermittent fasting in like the traditional sense, but kind of. So now I'm keeping a mental note and I'm just eating when I'm hungry, basically. I'm perfectly fine eating just like a small snack in the morning, my protein shake, a little small lunch, and then at dinner just eating my dinner like I normally would. So here is the chart that I updated starting in November 2023, which is when I decided to actually take weight loss seriously. We're coming up on a year pretty soon. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I should have lost more weight. I started at 240 pounds. I want you to keep in mind, I was about 4 months postpartum at that point. My body doesn't usually sit at 240 pounds. It sits usually around 210, 212-ish. So, I don't know. I just feel like today, sitting at 207.8, I wish I was in the 100s. I'm not even sure if I shared this online at all, but I had a goal for myself to be in the 100s, like even 199.9 would have made me happy. My goal was to be there before summer started. And I think when I didn't hit that exact goal, I was very demotivated and things started going downhill, and I kind of just... So not the greatest workout that I've ever had, and it was very short. I was interrupted quite a bit during that. And this is why I wish I could wake up early, because if I could just get my workout in before the kids are awake, it would be just so much easier. I would only have to focus on working out. I wouldn't have to focus on them at all. And even though I talked about how things are getting easier with finding time for exercise, it's still a challenge. Probably about 50% of the time. So it's a little better, but it's not perfect by any means. But now I'm going to take a shower. Then I need to eat something because it is almost 3 o'clock. I haven't had any solid food yet. The school bus toy has become a favorite. It's funny how kids can just play with something, forget about it completely, and then a year later they're obsessed with it. Anyways, I'm back from the shower. I'm going to eat, and this is what I decided on. I have the Light and Fit Greek yogurt. This is my favorite yogurt. I'm so glad that this is a high protein situation because I am attempting to have high protein, although I'm not really tracking my food anymore just because it was really annoying. I won't go into that rant again. I'm not really tracking, but I'm kind of lightly keeping an eye on what I'm eating. So this is 80 calories, and then I picked this up from Aldi because it looked good. So it says it has 10 grams of protein. Serving size is half a cup. We'll see if I eat the full half a cup because I like these as kind of an accent to my yogurt. I don't like it to be this with a hint of yogurt, you know? So it says it's half a cup, and that's 220 calories. So if these two are together, that'll be a 300 calorie meal, which is about where I want to hit. And that's kind of how I've been tracking. I've just been keeping an eye on the meals that I've been eating, and if they hit 300 to 400 calories, I feel like I'm usually pretty good. But what I was saying before my shower is that I have been so annoyed with just overthinking food. I'm like, am I eating too much? Am I eating too little? Am I not getting enough protein? Am I not getting enough fats? And my blah, 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 blah. I'm just thinking way too much about it. I think from now on, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to do what I want to do, but with some rules, kind of. So for the most part, I'm just going to focus on my calories, and I'm just going to eat when I'm hungry. Like, eating your lunch at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm still planning on having dinner later is not normal, but it works out in my life, and I wasn't hungry until now, so that's what I'm gonna do. I do want to say that I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I'm just doing what feels best for me, and I don't want people copying me just because that's what I'm doing. So that is my word of advice. Do your own research, figure out what works for you. Give it a go. And who knows, this might not even work out for me. I'm kind of just testing that throughout August, so we'll see how it works. I finished running my Couch to 5K this morning, and I decided to redo week 2 again. So this is week 2, week 3 of week 2. Today was day 2. So the next time I run will be day 3 of week 2. Is this confusing? I feel like I'm saying a lot of numbers. I think I decided once I'm finished with week 2 this time, I'm just going to push it to week 3. I don't care if I don't feel 100% ready. I'm just going to give it a go. And if I feel like I need to do week 3 3 times, I will do week 3 3 times. I don't know if I'll ever get all the way to the end of this Couch to 5K thing. I just really can't imagine myself running for more than 5 minutes at a time. And honestly, I think I'm okay with that. Even if I were to sign up for a 5K situation, if I run 5 minutes at a time, I'm still running a 5K. It's just I'm not just running a 5K, which I think the average 5K'er isn't running the entire time, right? So I'm on day 3 of my period, and the cravings have been significantly better than the periods that I've had since having the baby, which was over a year ago now. I still can't believe that. So I feel like I've had my diet somewhat under control. I'm still not tracking. I'm lightly tracking. So I kind of have an idea of how much I'm eating each day. Although I will admit we did have Domino's last night and I didn't think about it. I decided not to. I decided it was better. We spent the entire day reorganizing the garage, and I hit almost 16,000 steps that day. So I was like, I'm just going to eat the pizza. It's fine. I've been like doing very well this entire month. So pizza was had. So just before I got my period, I did weigh myself, and I was at 204. I think I might be able to get under 200 by September, which at the beginning of August, I was like, I would love to do that, but I don't 100% believe in myself. I don't think I can do it, but I'm starting to think that I can do it, or I can get very, very close. Like in September, I will be in the 100s. Hopefully before September. That would be nice, but not weighing myself right now because that is how I am. Once I get my period, I float through it. I give myself a couple days after, and then I will weigh myself because I just know seeing my bloated scale is going to discourage me. Okay, we're just getting back from donating some stuff. There was one thing that I wanted to donate that they just would not take, and they suggested I bring it to another thrift store, and they said they wouldn't take it, and then what ended up happening was I attempted to donate this thing to several different thrift stores for about an hour and a half. And then I finally just brought it to the dump because there's a free table there. I asked them, can I please just leave it at the free table? It works. It's just an old like mini dishwasher, like not one that you would install into like your cabinets, like this dishwasher, not like this, but a very, very small dishwasher, like maybe holds 10 plates. It was that. We had that at our old house. We lived in a really old farmhouse, and just sometimes we didn't have time to do 10 dishes. So we don't need it anymore. It worked, and I felt bad bringing it to the dump, but I'm hoping because I put it on the free table, somebody will take it and somebody will use it. I'm really, really hoping because I felt bad bringing it to the dump. Anyways, because of that fiasco, we were all hungry, me and the kids, and I did not expect to be out as late as I was, and I ended up going to McDonald's. As far as my order, I could have been a lot worse. I could have been a lot better. I just got the $5 meal deal. So I had a plain McChicken, and that comes with a small fry and a 4-piece chicken nugget. And originally I wasn't gonna eat the 4-piece chicken nugget. I mostly just got it for the deal. But I was hungry. I don't know why I was so hungry in that moment. Do you like our new witch? Just distracted. I feel like I should feel worse about my decision to stop at McDonald's, but honestly, the kids needed to eat. I was starting to get really hungry too. It is what it is. I'm going to forgive myself for it. It is almost 3 o'clock. The kids are having a snack. We're gonna wrap that up. And they're very excited, so I'm gonna go. And I'll be back when something exciting happens. Okay, it is dinner time, and for some reason, every time I record, it is dump day and it's breakfast for dinner. You know, breakfast for dinner is just kind of one of those meals that are really easy and really cheap. So we usually do it about once a week. Saves us some money. But I made the kids regular pancakes, and now I'm going to use this protein powder to make my own pancakes. I haven't tried this protein powder yet. I got it at Aldi. It's a chocolate protein powder. It's 30 grams of protein, 180 calories. I feel like most protein powders, they kind of are around the same nutritional value. I'm trying to make sure this egg doesn't roll off and it keeps wanting to roll away. Stay. But it would be nice if I could find a protein powder at Aldi, just because Aldi, I go to Aldi pretty often. So it would be nice. Although I could not find a vanilla version. I was looking for vanilla originally, but I couldn't find it. There it is. All right, 1 scoop of the protein powder, 1 egg, and I only had 1 egg left in the fridge, so I feel pretty lucky today. And then a ½ teaspoon of baking powder. I think this is what I used to do when I was on keto in like 2019, 2020. Something similar to this. I used to make protein powder pancakes all the time. And then a little bit of water. I do wish maybe it was a little bit thicker. Maybe I added a little too much water. Whatever, it's fine. I'll just do a little bit at a time. We'll make them pretty small pancakes because I took out the small pan for some reason. I think I'm gonna see if I can flip it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Did I burn it? No. Okay. Things are going well so far. I haven't burnt it. Here is how the pancakes turned out. They're very thin. Very thin. I remember that being a thing though, and whatever. I'm gonna use some Cool Whip because there's not a ton of calories in it, and it sounds good to have a little dollop of it. And then I have this light syrup, 50 calories per 2 tablespoons. Kind of just eyeballing it. I don't use a ton of syrup ever really, especially on like chocolate pancakes. I want to be able to taste the chocolate. The syrup is kind of just to add just a tiny bit of sweetness to it. There it is. It made a decent amount of pancakes. Like, sometimes when you make those diet versions of things, it tends to be a little disappointing how much you get. That's really good. So I weighed myself this morning. I always weigh myself first thing when I wake up in the morning, and it was 204.8. And at this point, I'm starting to question my scale because every single time I weigh myself, it ends in 0.8. I don't know if my body is just very consistent with the 0.8 part. So today, 204.8. Last month, it was 207.8. The 0.8. So that means I've lost 3 pounds this month, and this whole summer has been just me very, very slowly losing weight. At the beginning of my weight loss journey, it seemed a lot faster, not that much faster, but like 5 pounds a month faster. Here are all of my measurements compared to when I started versus last month versus today. So that's what we're working with right now. I want to end this by starting to make some goals for myself. Goal number 1, get in the 100s. 199.8, that will count. And I will be very, very happy. I just want to see a 1 at the beginning of my number. That is the main goal for September. And how I'm going to get there is that I'm going to exercise 5 days a week. And I would like to do 3 days of running, 3 days of strength. So one of those days is going to have a running workout and a strength workout on the same day. Hopefully I have time for it once a week to do both of them. When it comes to eating, I've been very, very lightly tracking. And honestly, on the days when I know I'm going to overeat, I just don't track at all because I feel like if I don't know, it hasn't happened. But my goal for this month is to track more days of the week than not. So if I just do 4 days in a week, then I'm good. At least 4 days, 4 or more, 4, 5, 6, or 7. I hate tracking, but unfortunately it is very helpful. I still want to keep my protein up, so I got protein powder. Let me know your favorite ways to get protein in that is not protein powder, because I feel like one of my meals, half of the meal is just a drink, and it's kind of saddening. My last goal for the month is to keep my steps up. I did very good with that in August. I don't remember my exact average for the month, but it was like 11,500 steps per day was my average. There were some days when I hit like 15,000 steps. I want to keep going on that trajectory. So maybe this is a little bit ambitious because I haven't hit this probably since I had a very walking heavy job, but I want to average for the month 12,000 steps. So it doesn't matter if one of the days I get like 5,000 steps. If the next day I get like 30,000 steps, it'll average itself out somehow. I'm not good at math. That obviously did not work, but you get what I'm saying. Hello, good morning, good afternoon. I am having my lunch right now. This is all under 300 calories, which I'm shocked by because that's a lot of veggie. So this is the first thing that I'm eating today, and then later today I'm going to have my protein situation shake collagen thing. And I decided to break those two up because this doesn't combine very good with the chocolate shake. So we're just gonna do water with this. I also I didn't get very far on my coffee this morning. So I might make a protein coffee instead after and just kind of risk the caffeine being in my body in the afternoon and hope that by the time I go to bed, it'll be gone. I don't know. I'm still waking up at like 2 or 3 a.m. every single night. I have to go to the bathroom. I don't know. It's really annoying. But I'm going to eat this. And then I have to decide what my workout is. So I will see you once I make that decision. Okay, I just got finished doing these workouts here. And I'm tired. They weren't super intense. The HOTTOGO, that one was a lot of fun. I really like the dance workouts, but I didn't record it because my kid wanted to work out with me. And he also was playing with Legos while I was working out. This is a very dangerous situation for me. I could have stepped on a Lego quite easily, but I did not. I think I may need to move his Lego station away from where I'm going to put my workout mat. Anyways, I kept it somewhat short and somewhat easy to not discourage myself, because I would like to do my couch to 5K also today. It's a double workout day, and it is, I gotta hop on there now because the baby's probably gonna wake up any minute. So I may not even finish couch to 5K, but I sure am gonna try. There I am, starting my walk to run to 5K. I'm walking, but very soon I will be running, and you're gonna have to just trust me that it's happening. This thing is so loud. I know from the last time that I tried to talk and do this, and I'm also wobbly, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do my thing. Okay, I just finished the couch to 5K week 3. I think I'm gonna have to do week 3 again because I still have not fully completed both 3-minute runs. I give up. I can't do it. I can't push through it. I have already done the couch to 5K once, and I quit after week 3, but I remember I was able to do the 3-minute runs. So I don't know what's different this time, but I'm not able to do it. So I'm just going to repeat week 3 as much as necessary. I did slow down my pace a little bit, and that kind of helped me out. But I don't know. It's like I'm almost doing like a fast walk at this point with like a little hop, because without the little hop, is it really a run? I'm back from my shower. I kind of just washed my bangs and my body, and now it is snack time. I'm going to have 2 of these meat sticks for 80 calories, mostly because, one, I'm hungry, and 2, if I eat this, I hit 100 grams of protein. I hear a lot of people say that you want to eat the amount of protein for your ideal body weight. It's just really hard for me to get that much protein. So I just aim for 100. And if I get any more than that, yay. If I get less than that, not a fan of that situation. I decided I also want something a little sweet. I love these little mochi things because I love ice cream. And the mochis are 70 calories each. And honestly, by the time I'm done eating a mochi, my sweet tooth has gone away. So I love getting these. And this is my first time getting the smoothie one. It actually tastes like a smoothie inside of a mochi encasing. Okay, dinner is ready. I got my, I can't even show you without spilling it. Here it is, my minestrone soup day. I don't know how much because I accidentally made the biggest pot of soup about a month ago. Our outdoor freezer is absolutely full of this soup, and every serving size is this size. Like, this is a big bowl of soup. So I feel like I'm gonna be eating it for forever. And I don't, like, it's fine. It's fine. It's not my favorite though. It's fine. But I've never been a huge soup girl. And then later tonight I'm gonna have some popcorn. So this is like what my breakdown of my day is on my food calorie counting app. I just decided to do 1,500 calories for a day because everything I looked up was conflicting. And some people say that if you eat too little that you're not going to lose weight in a good way, like it'll come back really fast. And then at the same time, if you eat too much, you're going to slow down your weight loss progress. I don't know. So leave me your very nice opinions below. Any advice on how much you think I should be eating. I'm 5'4", 204 pounds, would like to be ideally, and I've never been this, ideally would love to be 130, would be happy at 150 or 170. We'll see where I land someday. I got out of the shower. I decided to just completely take my makeup off super wash my hair, just really take my time and relax in the shower. And I'm glad I did, because when the baby woke up, it was just chaos all over again. It's just one of those days, you know? As for my workout, it was a little bit difficult because the kid needed me quite a bit. And he also, and maybe this isn't really like distracting me from my exercise. It might be making it better. But when I do any exercise where I'm laying down or doing a push-up, he likes to sit on me, which adds weight to it. So maybe he's helping me get stronger in that sense. So the workout went as good as it was going to get. At least I did something today. I went on a walk. I did my strength workout. And I may go for another walk if the kids are still insane. They started calming down, which is why I'm here now. They did start calming down. But if things ramp up again, I may just need to go for a walk with them, because that seems to keep them calm. For dinner, we're planning on having cheeseburgers on the grill and some mixed vegetables. And then for my snack, I'm planning on having popcorn. And I just saw on the internet, because I Googled everything bagel seasoning, because I'm just obsessed with those 2-ingredient bagels with the everything bagel seasoning. I'm very late to trends. But anyways, I saw that you can put your everything bagel seasoning on popcorn, and I was just like, I have to try that. I need to know what that's like. That is what I'm going to eat today, and hopefully I don't stray too far from that, because according to my food tracker, I should be right on track. I always leave like 200, 100 calories, just in case I'm a little off with my math on my calories, and just in case I take bites of my kids' food. Like for lunch, I had a bite or two of my kids' French fries. You know, it's not like I'm not going to track 2 French fries. That seems insane. So I just leave like 200 calories for situations like that. As far as the strength one went, it went really well. I think I am going to save that one and do it again, because I want to buy some weights that are a little bit heavier. It felt like it was too easy, which is a good problem, but also I feel like I didn't get as good of a workout strength-wise. And then for cardio, I decided to do a Chapel Roan dance workout, which if you've been here before, you know I cannot dance to save my life. My sister's got the dance gene. I got the opposite. So thankfully I didn't hurt myself. I really like dancing. I'm just really bad at it. And I don't show you a lot of when I do these dance workouts, honestly. I do every once in a while because it's funny, okay? It's funny for me and also embarrassing at the same time. Here's the watch stats. Here it is. I'm here with a weight update. I did my measurements. I weighed myself. It's pretty similar to last time. Honestly, I haven't made a ton of progress, and you'll see the cat here. He wants to get in here, but he wants to knock over my tripod, so we're gonna ignore him. Here's the update. It's not very different from last time. I'm very much maintaining. I need to do something, because what I'm doing right now is just maintaining. At least I'm not gaining. I said that last month, but I don't really want to maintain right now. I want to keep losing. So I've been kind of lazy lately. I haven't been intermittent fasting. I don't know if I ever updated on that. I haven't been intermittent fasting in a long time, but I usually do have kind of a light breakfast. Every once in a while, I accidentally intermittent fast, but I'm not intentionally intermittent fasting anymore. I'm kind of just like eating 2 to 3 meals a day and then 1 to 2 snacks a day. I'd like to cut out snacking completely. I think that would probably help. And I have never really been a big snacker, but suddenly I need to snack on something. So the other day I did start just drinking a ton of water to see if that would kind of suppress my want to snack. And what do you know? Kind of helped. So I think my goal for this month is just to drink more water. Goal number 2, I would like to do my strength workouts 3 days a week and do cardio the other 2 days a week. And then the final 2 days of the week, just do normal, everyday, active things like active cleaning, active going for a walk with my family, you know, just active things that aren't intense. And the other thing is that I really want to start paying attention to my protein again. I feel like I started losing weight as soon as I started tracking my protein, and that helped a lot. And then what ruined it was when I started paying attention to calories and protein, and then I just got irritated because it just seemed like I couldn't hit my calorie goal and my protein goal every day, and it just made me overthink. So for this month, we're just gonna focus on protein.